Our replay sponsor on Livin Large Larry Live is brought to you by Keystone Mortgage in their new location, 248-7124. And you can check them out and visit them at 2442 First Avenue North. They're right across from the pub station in downtown Billings. Keystone Mortgage Company. You aren't just a number, you're our number one priority. Keystone Mortgage. Our replay sponsor on Livin Large Larry Live is brought to you by Keystone Mortgage in their new location, 248-7124. And you can check them out and visit them at 2442 First Avenue North. They're right across from the pub station in downtown Billings. Keystone Mortgage Company. You aren't just a number, you're our number one priority. Keystone Mortgage.
Attend the Home Improvement Show March 4, 5, 6 at Metro Park, boasting 650 exhibits and over $30,000 in prizes. It's Montana's biggest and best. It's where you want to be, and it's free. So, where to?
Livin Large Larry Live from the Red Line Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry Live.
So we have the Mate Show the weekend before last. This past weekend we have the RV and Boat Show. And this coming weekend, March 4th, 5th, and 6th, is the much-publicized Spring Home Improvement Show, all at Metro Park in Billings. So, hey, welcome back from the weekend. Livin Large Larry here with Livin Large Larry Live at livinlargelarry.com. And we're on YouTube. You can access YouTube through our website, livinlargelarry.com. Also, there's an audio player there. And thanks for utilizing on your smartphones the TuneIn app, which is free for you. And broadcast from the Red Line Computer Studios, West Billings, Montana. Welcome worldwide. We're glad you're here, finding out what's happening. News and information coming up from the Billings Morning News and more. If you watched the Oscars last night, Spotlight won just 2 awards on Sunday's 88th Academy Awards. But one of them was the night's top prize, the Best Picture, Spotlight. And Leonardo DiCaprio finally wins an Oscar after 4 nominations without a win. The 5th time apparently was the charm, thanks to his performance as a vengeful frontiersman in The Revenant. And a couple more highlights. Brie Larson won Best Actress for her performance in Room. And kind of a shock, Mark Rylance won Best Supporting Actor for his performance as a Soviet agent in Bridge of Spies, the Oscars last night. I didn't watch a single minute of it. Just heard the news secondhand, actually. In any event, the final day of February, leap year. It's the 29th of February. So you have a birthday, happy birthday. You're a special baby being born on the 29th of February. You can access the show Livin Large Larry Live at livinlargelarry.com, and YouTube is up and running this morning. All kinds of blinds and billings. Temperature check at 43 this morning. Bit of a breeze blowing around, and a complete forecast for you. Billings area forecast on the show from Broughton Construction and Home Repair. No job too big or too small, and reasonable pricing for home maintenance and repairs. Broughton Construction and Home Repair. Braaton. Search them out on Facebook. Chance of rain and snow showers before early afternoon. Then just a chance of rain showers. Partly sunny, high near 51 today. And not a bad week. Sunny on Tuesday, 55. Wednesday, a 30% chance for some precipitation, but up to 55. And Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, jumping way ahead in the week and the weekend, 55 to 63. Our Billings area forecast from Jade Furman of Landmark Realtors, MontanaProperty.com. It's at 1925 Grand Avenue. She'll provide a market analysis to clients wanting to list and sell their home, including specialized consulting and current trends and colors and styles and modifications and more. Jade Furman of Landmark Realtors, MontanaProperty.com.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man!
No, sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C. Look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D. Show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have to...
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org/MT, a public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
We have the Jobs Jamboree, the biggest jobs fair in Montana, coming up on March 9th, and we'll replay a talk we had with Tricia Smith-Glenn coming up on the show. We talked with her a couple of weeks ago. We'll rewind it, give you all the details of the Jobs Jamboree at Pavilion at Metro Park, again March 9th. That's coming up. And the Billings Morning News and more on the way as well this morning, the 29th of February 2016. The Red Line Computer Studios across from the Goodwill store. Welcome to it. Glad you're here at livinlargelarry.com. You most likely do not have time to go through the over 50 new laws for taxes for the 2016 tax season, but Lisa Woods at Woods Accounting certainly does. That's what she does. Woods Accounting on Grand, 1211 Grand Avenue, Suite number 4. How does Obamacare fit into your taxes? What does that mean for you on your taxes? Lisa Woods can answer that question for business taxes, for personal taxes, and also payroll services and more. Woods Accounting, woodsaccounting.com. Be sure to ask about the spring specials at your full-service salon and spa. That is Quick Spa in Billings at 2348 Grand Avenue. If you're looking for a massage, Carrie does that up right for you. Deep tissue, hot stone, body wraps, the latest in fingernail arts and pedicures. Jamie Sue and Christina KK does it all. Hair cutting as well, colon hydrotherapy, spray tans, permanent makeup, full service salon and spa. It's Quick Spa in Billings, quick-spa.com.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? When a tornado is tearing through town? Or a hurricane strikes? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. And it's not always as simple as using your cell phone. That's why now is the time to take action. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Livin' Large Larry Live.
We are to have Bobby Gray come in and talk up all kinds of blinds and Billings. This Monday, the 29th of February. Welcome to it. Hope you had a good weekend. I was presenting my DJ equipment for wedding receptions and parties that we do over at the wedding preview at the Moss Mansion yesterday afternoon. And wow, what a beautiful day it was. So it was good visiting with you at the Moss Mansion. If you've not taken a tour of Moss Mansion, then you need to do so. But it was a productive weekend. Here the Billings Wolves won. Yeah, they beat the Colorado Crush. They crushed them. Was it 47-30? Billings Wolves were on the road. They'll be on the road this coming weekend as well. Back home to Rimrock Auto Arena and EFX Sports Field on the 12th of March. So the Wolves are now 1-1. Congratulations. Good job. We utilize KTVQ.com, Color8.com, and the Billings Gazette for some of our news stories on the Billings Morning News and more, brought to you by Rimrock Flooring. Their spring sale going on now, their 1-year anniversary sale with 10 to 60% off at Rimrock Flooring, 1440 Central Avenue. Log on to rimrockflooringmt.com. One marijuana business owner says he will have to close after the Montana Supreme Court ruling that ended up keeping nearly all of the Montana Medical Marijuana Act. Advanced Caregivers grows and sells several types of marijuana. Owner Jason Smith says he will be limited to helping 3 patients. He also says the state's Department of Public Health and Human Services is not renewing green cards for patients. He will comply with the law and close his business since he says he cannot make a profit. Smith said he will destroy many of his marijuana plants and close on March 10th. He's considering reopening his business in the state of Washington. Many heard the Amber Alert tone go off on Saturday of a missing girl in Roosevelt County. Roosevelt County Sheriff's Office has now confirmed Macy Lilly was located and found alive. She's receiving medical treatment. No further details were provided by officials. The Facebook page, Locate the Missing, the National Missing Persons website, reports that on Sunday was her 5th birthday. Roosevelt County Sheriff's Office posted this update, and this is just an excerpt from that. It says, "She's alive. It is with immense joy that we announce Macy Lilly has been found alive." Macy was found at approximately 11:20 a.m. Sunday, a few miles outside of Wolf Point. Preliminary observations indicate she is in good health, but she is being evaluated by medical personnel just to be sure. The Great Falls Police Department is asking for help statewide in locating 2 men who reportedly assaulted an elderly woman last Wednesday. The Great Falls Police Department said in a press release that the incident happened at about 1 p.m. when 2 men forcibly entered a residence off of 4th Avenue South in Great Falls. The suspects reportedly said they worked for the cable company. The 2 men were driving a large white van with a red ladder on the roof. If you have information, please call 911. And the Billings Morning News and more from Rimrock Flooring. RimrockFlooringMT.com, starting their 2nd year of business with Mark Wotan and his crew at 1440 Central Avenue. Rimrock Flooring into their 1-year anniversary sale with 10 to 60% off flooring items at Rimrock Flooring on Central in Billings. All kinds of blinds in Billings. Temperature check, all kinds of blindsmt.com, and 44 and 51 expected in Billings today. Livin Large Larry live at livinlargelarry.com from the Redline Computer Studios in West Billings, Montana. Welcome back to Monday, February 29th. Happy leap year day to you today.
The following message is brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be with the high purpose to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach this problem of reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Your stuff can be a resource for change. Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org.
Any leap day birthdays out there? That'd be weird, but you're a special child if you're a leap day or leap year baby. The Billings Morning News and more coming up, as well as we'll replay an interview we had with Tricia Smith-Glenn on the Jobs Jamboree coming up March 9th. To get you hyped up for maybe a new career, the largest jobs fair in Montana, the Jobs Jamboree at Pavilion in Billings at Metro Park, coming up again March 9th. And that replay is coming up. It's also what's going on around town, courtesy of Bighorn Inspection, bighorninspection.com.
Win a sauna from Hot Spring Spas, a Phantom retractable screen door, a pellet barbecue from the Fireplace Center, or a mini bike from TNT. It's where you want to be, and it's free. So, where to?
Spring Home Improvement Show coming up this weekend, March 4th, 5th, and 6th. And the parking lot will be packed and crowded. And Rimrock Promotions Home Improvement Show, they're offering a shuttle from the upper lot all the way down for your convenience. And free admission, Spring Home Improvement Show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Metro Park.
I heard on the news about that 5-year-old who found his uncle's gun. The kid didn't know it was loaded.
I heard on the news about that 14-year-old girl who was bullied online. For like a year, she couldn't take it anymore, so she got her dad's gun from his nightstand.
I heard on the news about that guy who broke into someone's house, stole a gun from the hall closet.
He accidentally shot his cousin in the head.
She killed herself.
And later, killed the owner of the store he was trying to rob.
If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
If you want complete automotive and transmission repair, then go to truly the experts. Brown's Automotive, over 60 years in Billings for all facets of auto care. Transmission specialist, tune-ups, tire and alignments, complete auto repairs. And 4 locations: Brown's on Broadwater, Brown's West Auto Service, corner of Rosebud and 20th, 2 downtown, automatic transmission companies downtown through Brown's at 13th Street North and 1st Avenue North, and Brown's Rebuild Center downtown at 18th Street North and 2nd Avenue North. Brown's Automotive, over 60 years in Billings, BrownsAutoBillings.com. Best blinds in town, all kinds of blinds in Billings, all kinds of blinds, MT.com. They've remodeled Starbucks window treatments in the Heights and Grand Avenue. All kinds of blinds have worked on the Chipotle remodel. Also Godfather's Pizza and both Taco Treats in Billings and more. All kinds of blinds in Billings and security window film as well available. Check out the Woven Woods. Maybe you want more vertical blinds remodeled in your home. The windows are the first thing you see and the first thing visitors see to your home. All kinds of blinds in Billings, all kinds of blinds, MT.com. All kinds of blinds in Billings, temperature check 44.51, and maybe some rain snow mixed. It'll be short-lived as it'll be up to the 50s again today.
Call or email your Livin Large Larry Live show ideas. Larry at livinlargelarry.com and 1-888-858-1408.
What's going on around town? Well, coming up in Billings is the largest jobs fair in Montana, the annual Jobs Jamboree at Pavilion. What's going on from Bighorn Inspection, bighorninspection.com. And a replay of a talk I had with Tricia Smith-Glenn from the Billings Job Service about the Jobs Jamboree coming up. Our replay sponsor on Livin Large Larry Live is brought to you by Keystone Mortgage in their new location, 248-7124. And you can check them out and visit them at 2442 First Avenue North. They're right across from the pub station in downtown Billings. Keystone Mortgage Company. You aren't just a number, you're our number one priority. Keystone Mortgage. All right, Jobs Jamboree is coming up, 25th annual Jobs Jamboree, and the lady with 3 names, Tricia Smith-Glenn. Oh, you're so privileged to have 3 names. How you doing, Tricia?
Good. Thank you, Larry.
Yeah, so this is the 25th annual Jobs Jamboree. And for years, I have promoted this and talked about the event. I think it's one of the biggest and best events in Montana. It is truly the largest jobs fair in the state of Montana. Am I right?
You are correct. We have over 140 employers that participate, and it seems to be growing each year. There's about 1,600 job seekers that come through the doors. Those that we can actually count. But yes, it is a very large event. Employers from all around the state look forward to this each year.
Let me ask you this. I know that last year was at the Jobs Jamboree, which, by the way, is at Metro Park Pavilion up at the Metro Park campus in Billings Heights. But last year when I was there hosting our booth there, I did realize and know that there was a lot of like oil industry, a lot of Bakken there with the slide off, if you will, of rigs, over 200 a year and a half ago to 44 rigs. Do you find that you still have some oil industry employers looking for people to work for them at Jobs Jamboree?
That's a good question. Even though there's a lot of employers that are attending, this year there are not as many that represent the oil field. There's a couple, and I think they have a lot of driving positions. But that, again, that's a good question, and no, there is not. The type of industries that are represented are extremely wide ranged. Every entity of the government, hospitality, engineering, food industries, the financial, the healthcare, the sales, whether it be wholesale or retail, social services, law enforcement. I mean, I could go on. It's a great opportunity for any industry to participate in.
And over 100...
Whether you're looking...
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yes, and it's over 140 employers, and typically there's a waiting list, so it is first come, first serve, and like I said, the industries are pretty wide, and the individuals that come in, as job seekers that come in, whether we're in transition looking for employment because we need employment, or we're just kind of curious what's going on in other industries, great opportunity to meet face-to-face with employers, ask those kind of questions where you're kind of in a position of interviewing that employer, collecting the information face-to-face, and then, inquiring about the application process, because sometimes that can be a little intimidating. And this is the best opportunity to get that first-hand information and dig a little deeper on the applicant tracking systems that a lot of employers are using. But again, you're right, it's March 9th. We have early entrance for our veterans, Guard, Reserve, and their families from 11 to 11:30. They have an opportunity to register with the Employer Services for the Guard and Reserve. That's an organization that works directly with employers and our veterans, trying to connect them. So we have early entrance for them. We also have the Veterans Mobile van, so they'll be on site just in case there's a veteran that would like to see what kind of services are available throughout the year with the VA. The event does go till 6 o'clock. General entrance from 11:30 till 6 o'clock. And there are 4 presentations by some local subject matter experts on resume creating, interviewing techniques, job searching process. They're going to give about 30-minute presentations at different times throughout the day. And a lot of job seekers come specifically just to hear those presentations.
The years that I've attended and helped host the event, it's, to me, I liken it to and I do say the largest jobs fair, the Jobs Jamboree in Billings yearly, because when I arrive to set up, that line starts to form at about 10:30, 10:45 in the morning, and it's kind of like when you open the door, it's kind of like a rock show's about to begin. People just come through. There's hundreds of people that come through there all the way till 6 p.m. over at Montana Pavilion.
You're right there, and that's exciting. That just generally shows the interest that job seekers have in finding the right employment for themselves and taking advantage of this opportunity to shake hands with their potential new employer. We're expanding the hours this year so that we can accommodate those that are working and cannot get time off of work. So they are able to come after work at 5 o'clock, but on the front end of our day, yes, you're right, there's a pool of people that are waiting to come in. A lot of them are veterans, and they genuinely appreciate the opportunity to meet with the employers prior to, I guess you could say, the floodgates of the general population coming in.
Do you have any slots open yet for employers that might want a booth at the Jobs Jamboree? I mean, it's March 9th, still some time here.
Very good. I have 150 JSAC has 150 booths available, and right now I have 20 booths left. It is a first come, first serve. You're more than welcome to give me a call or register online. The registration is on the job service website, employeebillings.com, or you can call me. I work at Job Service, and they have I have plenty of time to visit with you, explain some of the details and the logistics of the day and what to expect. But again, about 20 booths available. I can give you my phone number.
Yeah, give your maybe not your cell phone, but maybe a number for contacts. At Job Service there.
There we go. You bet. I'm at 655-6081.
All right, and I always say, and I know that you'll back me up on this. If you're coming to a jobs fair, in this case, the Jobs Jamboree, and it's the 25th annual. It has some history behind it. Come prepared. In other words, come dressed as if you're going to be hired. And I've seen the hiring process during past Jobs Jamboree. There's employers there that they're being proactive, and you may get your new career or job on the spot. Be ready for interviews, things like that.
You're right. Last year we had really good reviews from our employers. They were thoroughly impressed, and that's a lot of employers to have such great reviews, saying that the caliber of candidates were top-notch. Like you said, come prepared. They physically were dressed for this occasion, and in hand they had either a letter of intention, a letter of interest, or a resume. They shake hands, eyeball to eyeball, that smile in their eye. They were genuinely interested in this event and were definitely qualified for a lot of these positions. And you're right, there were employers that did on-the-spot hires. In fact, that was the first year that we'd had any feedback on on-the-spot hires. Now, consider the fact that there's a lot of positions that are available, anything from entry-level to very professional levels. And so the employers that were able to let us know about the on-the-spot hires were also able to do interviews, and the individuals that applied definitely met the needs. So other employers responded that it was shortly after the event that they were able to find hard-to-fill positions, such as their field sales reps or engineering positions. And so this venue was definitely helpful in getting those positions filled.
All right, it's the Jobs Jamboree, 25th annual event. Jobs Jamboree, the biggest jobs fair, if you will, in the state of Montana at Metro Park Pavilion, 11:30 to 6. Early open for Veterans, Guard, Reserve, and their families at the 11. Goes till 6. There's no excuse you'll find some time. March 9th is the date. It's presented by JSEC. Is there a few more sponsors you want to mention? I know you can't do all of the employers, but are there some sponsors that mean a lot to the Jobs Jamboree year in and year out?
Very good. There are. We have such a generous community that really believes in what we're doing here. I say we, it's Job Service Employers Committee. It's a committee that supports the job service. And so right now there's a big need by employers to get their positions filled. We just seem to have a talent shortage. And so with that, the emphasis is on the employers, and they really appreciate our efforts. So the sponsors that we have, oh my gosh, we have so many sponsors. It's just beautiful. Of course, this event is fairly affordable, and so the generosity from the sponsors is just wonderful. I'd love to rattle off who they are, but there's quite a few. There's over 37 sponsors for this event. The primary one, the big one that I think is appropriate to mention as employer services for the Guard and Reserve. They're the ones that are connecting with our veterans and employers who have priority of service for the veterans. So definitely want to give a shout out to them.
Yeah, I mean, veterans have skills. I mean, they have fought for our country, and there's nothing worse to me than seeing a homeless veteran, let alone one that's employable. So I respect that.
Absolutely,
All right.
absolutely.
All right, Tricia
And
Smith.
that's what
Glenn.
ESG.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I just wanted to make that connection with ESGR, as they're able to take those fine-tuned skills that the veterans have gained in the military and translate them into the civilian world. And so it's a small little process, but that's what they're there for.
JSEC presents the Jobs Jamboree coming up March 9th at Metro Park Pavilion. Over 140 employers as of now. The 25th annual event from 11:30 to 6. Early open for Veterans, Reserve, Guard, and their families, again at 11 o'clock, again at the Metro Park campus at the Pavilion there. Tricia Smith Glenn, it's always a pleasure visiting with you. And this little talk we're having here is going to repeat more than once leading up to the March 9th Jobs Jamboree for you to get that information continually out there for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Larry.
You bet. You have a great week.
I will. Thank you.
We'll be talking to you. Okay.
Bye-bye.
And that's what's going on around town, around Billings and surrounding towns, from Bighorn Inspection, bighorninspection.com, petrochemical and refinery inspection experts, Bighorn Inspection. Our replays from Keystone Mortgage, their new location downtown Billings. Have you stopped by? Keystone Mortgage, right across from the pub station. They're taking visitors.
Join us at 1-888-858-1408.
It is Monday, the 29th of February, from the Redline Computer Studios in West Billings, Montana. We're on the World Wide Web on TuneIn on your smartphones. TuneIn. TuneIn mobile app, that's free. And we're also on YouTube, and we have an audio player. The YouTube and the audio player all accessible, as well as details on TuneIn, all at one place now, livinlargelarry.com. We're glad you're here. All kinds of blinds and Billings, temperature check in 42. 51 later, complete forecast on the way. All kinds of blinds, mt.com.
Win outdoor power equipment from Ace, a Billings insulation package, a French door from Linrich, or a garage door from Connor's Door. It's where you want to be, and it's free. So, where to?
Yeah, Metro Park was filled up 2 weekends ago with the Mate show at Metro Park. Last weekend was the RV and Boat Show, which was packed, and coming up this weekend, the biggest show of the spring home improvement show in Billings at Metro Park on March 4th, 5th, and 6th. More of the Billings Morning News coming up. News and information around Billings and surrounding communities coming up. Livin Large Larry Live. livinlargelarry.com. Kind of weird to see rain and or snow in our Billings area forecasts since all of February has virtually had no snow, right? Complete forecast coming up. Livin Large Larry Live at livinlargelarry.com. All kinds of lines of Billings, temperature at 42.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin' Large Larry live.
So the Billings Wolves won on the road yesterday. They had to beat the Colorado Crush. I think it was 47-30. But no matter what the score, it's a win. 1-1 now for the 2016 Billings Wolves. Another game on the road next weekend against Tri-Cities. Big matchup. And then the Billings Wolves return back home to EFX Sports Field at Rimrock Auto Arena in Billings on the 12th of March. So it'll be a great welcome back when they come back home for the Billings Wolves, as they're starting out 1-1 so far. So congratulations. Oscars last night. Leonardo DiCaprio finally wins an Academy Award after 4 tries, this being the 5th try. And Leonardo DiCaprio wins big. So congratulations. Was it Reverent? I think Reverent was the movie. The Billings Morning News and more coming up. News around Billings and surrounding towns. Meantime, a complete weather forecast here for Billings on the 29th of February, Leap Day. Billings area forecast on the show from Broughton Construction and Home Repair. No job too big or too small, and reasonable pricing for home maintenance and repairs. Broughton Construction and Home Repair. Braaton. Search them out on Facebook. Chance of rain and snow showers before early afternoon, then just a chance of rain showers. Partly sunny, high near 51 today. And not a bad week. Sunny on Tuesday, 55. Wednesday, a 30% chance for some precipitation, but up to 55. And Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, jumping way ahead in the week and the weekend, 55 to 63. Our Billings area forecast from Jade Furman of Landmark Realtors, MontanaProperty.com. It's at 1925 Grand Avenue. She'll provide a market analysis to clients wanting to list and sell their home, including specialized consulting and current trends and colors and styles and modifications and more. Jade Furman of Landmark Realtors, MontanaProperty.com. Yeah, Oscars last night. Spotlight won Best Picture, and for Revenant, the movie was Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo wins an Oscar, his 5th try. His 5th time is a charm.
And the next question is, what do a cookie, a stick of gum, and a French fry have in common?
Oh, you eat them!
You find them between couch cushions?
No! They all cost more than filing your taxes. When you use IRS Free File, it's free. Get a choice of brand name software and help if you need it. Join the 40 million people who have already saved. Free File. It's fast, it's safe, it's free. Get started at freefile.irs.gov.
Coming up the next 40 minutes or so before 8 o'clock Mountain Time. Anyway, we'll replay a talk we had with the Hadines, Mark, Bo, and Devin late last week, talking about this weekend's Spring Home Improvement Show in Billings up at Metro Park. That's coming up on Livin' Large Larry Live. The Billings Morning News and more on the way in a few minutes as well. Hang in with us. No matter what the style, no matter what the cut, Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main in the Heights, can take care of it for you. $10 haircuts, 10 minutes, $10 haircuts, and you'll be pleased, guaranteed as well. If you want more services, straight razor cuts, Jim and Austin's Barbershop. They're sponsors of this year's Billings Wolves, Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main in Billings Heights. What is next for N2 Cryotherapy? Cryotherapy has been brought to Billings by Cindy Graff and her staff at N2 Cryotherapy, 805 24th Street West, suite number 4, and it's in Billings since last July. She just got off the Mate Show, had a great response. Check out N2 Cryotherapy and what it's all about. If you want a description of what cryotherapy does for your wellness as a wellness therapy, log on to n2cryo.com. She's targeting athletes from high school to the pro ranks. N2 Cryotherapy, 3-minute session for better wellness. N2 Cryotherapy, 805 24th Street West, number 4, and n2cryo.com.
Call or email your Livin' Large Larry Live show ideas. Larry at livinlargelarry.com and 1-888-858-1408.
Billings area weather forecast from Jade Furman of Landmark Realtors at 1925 Grand Avenue. Long-time reputation of ethical business practices. Count on that from Jade Furman, and attention to detail. Jade Furman of Landmark Realtors at 1925 Grand and MontanaProperty.com. Chance of rain and snow mixed before early afternoon, and then it goes away. Gusty winds pick up at times 35 to 45 miles per hour, and a high around 51 this afternoon. Tuesday, a high near 55, and really not a bad week. The chance of rain and snow showers, hardly any accumulation, but temperatures still about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than they should be this time of year as we head into March around Billings. Our Billings area forecast, get a 3 to 5 day look at livinlargelarry.com. Click on the weather button. Meantime, on the show, it's brought to you by Broughton Construction and Home Repair. Knowledgeable, trustworthy, truly local, born and raised here in South Central Montana and servicing Billings and the surrounding area. Broughton Construction and Home Repair, Braton, and check them out on Facebook.
I'm just so happy my father had a chance to see his kids before he passed. I just want to say thank you.
When her father fell ill, the American Red Cross was able to help get Veronica's brother home from the Navy to speak to his father one last time. It's thanks to your donations that we can connect military families when they need it most. Please donate today at redcross.org.
All kinds of blinds and Billings, all kinds of blinds, mt.com. Quick temperature check at 42, 51 today. Might get some rain and snow. Ed McIntosh from Q2, meteorologist. I think he said in conversation late last week that if we don't get any snow today, the final day of February, for the first time in the history of keeping weather records in Billings, Montana anyway, not having any snow in February would be a record. So there's a little bit of snow in the forecast today. It's not going to stick, though. Your windows are really the first thing that people notice, and you want nice window dressings. All kinds of blinds and Billings can help you out. All kinds of blinds, mt.com. All kinds of blinds and Billings have worked on great establishments like Fred's Appliance, the FedEx Kinko's on 27th Street, also Chipotle Grill, a couple of Starbucks in the Heights and Grand Avenue. All kinds of blinds and Billings. Go check out their work and then shop for cellular blinds, vertical blinds, woven woods, and more for your home. All kinds of blinds and Billings, all kinds of blinds, mt.com. And be sure to ask about their window film for security purposes for your windows as well, through all kinds of blinds in Billings. If you want complete automotive and transmission repair, then go to truly the experts. Brown's Automotive, over 60 years in Billings for all facets of auto care. Transmission specialist, tune-ups, tire and alignments, complete auto repairs, and 4 locations: Brown's on Broadwater, Brown's West Auto Service, corner of Rosebud and 20th, 2 downtown, automatic transmission companies downtown through Brown's at 13th Street North and 1st Avenue North, and Brown's Rebuild Center downtown at 18th Street North and 2nd Avenue North. Brown's Automotive, over 60 years in Billings. BrownsAutoBillings.com. As we broadcast worldwide on the internet, livinlargelarry.com. The show is Live and Large Larry live from Billings, Montana, and the Red Line Computer Studios in West Billings on Leap Day 2016.
Call or email your Live and Large Larry live show ideas. Larry at livinlargelarry.com and 1-888-858-1408.
For our news gathering, we utilize KTVQ.com, Color8.com, and the Billings Gazette, occasionally Last Best News. Rimrock Flooring on Central brings you the Billings Morning News and more, with their 10 to 60% off sale going on right now. RimrockFlooringMT.com. A man was killed Saturday after being ejected from an SUV on I-90 just west of Laurel. Montana Highway Patrol Trooper Trevor Chase said officials are still working through the scene, but reported the single vehicle rollover occurred shortly after 6 p.m. on Saturday night along the bridge past the Laurel exit. Of the 2 occupants, 1 man was ejected and killed. He was pronounced dead on scene. Chase said the SUV was traveling eastbound on I-90 when it veered into the median ditch and rolled numerous times Neither were wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash. It's not known if alcohol or speed were contributing factors. A Reed Point man who had law enforcement at a standoff Saturday was later found dead. The Sweetgrass County Sheriff's Office received a 911 call before 9 a.m. of someone shooting at a residence in the Stephens Hill Road area, 25 miles north of Reed Point. Deputies responded and evacuated neighbors in the area. The suspect, who was later identified as 59-year-old James Dunnican, barricaded himself inside his home. Multiple law enforcement agencies, including the Gallatin County Special Response Team, Park County Sheriff's Office, and the Stillwater Sheriff's Office, as well as MHP, were on scene. Officials attempted to communicate with Dunnican throughout the afternoon with no success. New details emerged indicating Dunnican was going to kill as many law enforcement officers as he could, and that his wife, Margaret Dunnican of Reed Point, had already committed suicide. That's according to a press release on Sunday from Sweetgrass County. Dunnican was served a search warrant for fingerprints regarding an ongoing drug investigation into a white powdery substance found at both the Big Timber Grade School and the Sweetgrass High School, according to a police report. The incident is being investigated by the Sweetgrass County Sheriff's Office and the Park County Coroner. The happiest place on earth now comes with what is called surge pricing. It started Sunday. Disney's Walt Disney World Resort in Florida and Disneyland in California will charge different ticket prices for its parks depending on the time of the year. According to a blog post that Disney published, the calendar will be divided into value, regular, and peak periods. The new surge pricing plan will apply to one-day tickets. A one-day park ticket at Orlando's Magic Kingdom during a value period will stay at current levels of $105 for those aged 10 and above, but tickets during regular season days, that's most of April, for example, will rise to $110. Your price will then shoot up to $124 for peak days and includes holidays like the 4th of July, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. The price surge comes at a time when the company is planning major expansions based on popular brands like Star Wars, Toy Story, and Avatar. The Billings Morning News and more from Rimrock Flooring into their 10 to 60% off sale going on now at 1440 Central Avenue, rimrockflooringmt.com. From the Redline Computer Studios in Billings, Montana, this is Livin Large Larry Live, the show. Local and live and interactive, all about Billings and surrounding towns and Billings, Montana worldwide audience. Redline Computer Studios across from the Goodwill store. Glad you're here. On Leap Day, February 29th, 2016.
Today on Save on Taxes, we ask 100 people what costs less than filing your taxes with IRS Free File.
A car seat.
No! Erica, what do you think costs less than filing your taxes with IRS Free File?
A pair of shoes.
Wrong again. The correct answer is nothing costs less than filing your federal taxes with IRS Free File because it's absolutely free. That's right. With IRS Free File, you get brand-name software, online tax prep, and e-filing for free. The software helps you pick the right forms, find tax credits, and does the math for you. Free File even helps with the new healthcare provisions, and it's all for free.
So, did we win anything?
Everybody wins! freefile.irs.gov. It's fast, it's safe, it's free.
For a full-service salon and spa, there's really only one. It's Quick Spa in Billings on Grand. Quick-spa.com for spray tans, if you're looking to get permanent makeup or colon hydrotherapy that you've heard us talking about. Carrie does your massages, deep tissue, hot stone, body wraps, and Christina KK does the full gamut for you. Jamie Sue, nail experts, gel polish, paraffin wax, nail art, all in one location on Grand at 2348 Grand Avenue in Billings. Quick Spa, quick-spa.com. Lisa Woods, Woods Accounting, it is tax season. And keep in mind that Lisa Woods, Woods Accounting, they're open all year long, and they're experts on handling companies' payrolls as well. There's over 50 new tax laws approved for the 2016 season. Over 50 just for this year alone. If you don't want the anxiety, then go to the experts for your taxes. Lisa Woods, Woods Accounting, woodsaccounting.com, or 1211 Grand Avenue, suite number 4 in Billings.
Livin Large Larry Live.
Not much change in the snow report in Red Lodge for snowboarding and skiing at Red Lodge Mountain. We'll have that report coming up for you in seconds. And just a reminder that the Winter Carnival is coming up this Saturday at Red Lodge Mountain. Full day of fun for families. That includes that cardboard sled race, which is always a great YouTube video. Livin Large Larry Live, the Redline Computer Studios, West Billings, Montana, at livinlargelarry.com. And join us on YouTube as well. That becomes the podcast when the live portion of our show is done. Livin Large Larry Live, livinlargelarry.com, and our snow report from Red Lodge Mountain for snowboarding and skiing from Mike Hines, Realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Floburg Real Estate. Text or call Mike Hines, 406-697-9031. Maybe you're thinking about moving to our area, Billings, Montana, and surrounding towns. We would welcome you. Not too bad in Red Lodge. It's been consistent since the mid-November, around Thanksgiving or so, with about between 20 and 23 inches. Is now at 23 inches of snow groomed, ready for you this morning at Red Lodge Mountain, snowboarding and skiing at Mid-Mountain, and all the lifts are open except the two quads still. Looks like they maybe remain closed for the rest of the season, just not enough snow to open the quad lifts, but still some good activity and action up at Red Lodge Mountain for some fun. They open up at 9 in the morning, 7 days a week through the ski and snowboard season at Red Lodge Mountain. And a reminder, again, the biggest event of the year every year at Red Lodge Mountain during the ski season is the Winter Carnival coming up March 5th. That's that cardboard sled race that you've been wanting to get involved with. Continue or finish up your cardboard sled construction for that event March 5th at Red Lodge Mountain. A deeper report, if you will, at redlodgemountain.com. Meantime, the snapshot look of the snow reports on the show here from Mike Hines, Realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Floburg Real Estate in Billings. And Livin Large Larry Live, the Redline Computer Studios in West Billings. livinlargelarry.com. It was back in, I think, 2012 or 2013. They didn't have to cancel the Winter Carnival at Red Lodge Mountain because of bitterly cold. It was when the wind chill was like minus 45 consistently for several days, but they had to cancel that cardboard sled race. So it was a couple of years ago. What a change this year, winter in Billings, Montana. Cindy Graff and her crew at N2 Cryotherapy, 805 24th Street West, Suite number 4. They're coming off a big win, if you will, from the Mate Show. Great response from you, and they thank you for that. N2 Cryotherapy. You can find out what cryotherapy, more of what it's about, at n2cryo.com. It's a 3-minute session, 3 minutes over your lunch hour, and they are open on Saturdays as well, 9 to 2. N2 Cryotherapy in Billings, n2cryo.com. Best $10 haircut ever, $10 cut, 10 minutes out. Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main in the Heights. They're trained barbers, and they offer more services as well, including straight razor shaves as well. Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main in the Heights. Sponsors of the 2016 Billings Wolves.
Call or email your Livin Large Larry Live show ideas. Larry at livinlargelarry.com and 1-888-858-1408.
All kinds of blinds in Billings. Temp check. All kinds of blinds. MT.com. Not a bad morning. A little bit of a breeze, some clouds, and 42-51 later on this afternoon. livinlargelarry.com. Get an expanded forecast and a complete weather forecast for Billings, Montana for you here. The 29th of February. Livin Large Larry Live. The Billings area weather forecast from Jade Furman of Landmark Realtors at 1925 Grand Avenue. Long-time reputation of ethical business practices. Count on that from Jade Furman, and attention to detail. Jade Furman of Landmark Realtors at 1925 Grand and MontanaProperty.com. Chance of rain and snow mixed before early afternoon, and then it goes away. Gusty winds pick up at times 35 to 45 miles per hour, and a high around 51 this afternoon. Tuesday, a high near 55, and really not a bad week. The chance of rain and snow showers, hardly any accumulation, but temperatures still about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than they should be this time of year as we head into March around Billings. Our Billings area forecast, get a 3 to 5 day look at livinlargelarry.com. Click on the weather button. Meantime, on the show, it's brought to you by Broughton Construction and Home Repair. Knowledgeable, trustworthy, truly local, born and raised here in South Central Montana. and servicing Billings and the surrounding area. Broughton Construction and Home Repair, Braaton, and check them out on Facebook. A talk with the Hadines, Mark, Bo, Devin from Rimrock Promotions for the Spring Home Improvement Shows coming up this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's the interview we had with them last Friday. It's coming up. Livin Large Larry Live at livinlargelarry.com with YouTube live this morning, the website. Our replay sponsor on Livin Large Larry Live is brought to you by Keystone Mortgage in their new location, 248-7124. And you can check them out and visit them at 2442 First Avenue North. They're right across from the pub station in downtown Billings. Keystone Mortgage Company. You aren't just a number. You're our number one priority. Keystone Mortgage. So, all right, Mark and Bo and Devin Hadine, Rimrock Productions, and the Spring Home Improvement Show. How many years for the show now?
33.
This is the 33rd?
33rd. It's kind of the year of the 30s, it seems like, Larry. It's the 33rd year. We typically get over 30,000 people out to the show, and we have over $30,000 in prizes this year.
Yeah.
It is the 30s. 30s.
I thought you were going to say that.
And I am 30.
Well, I was going to say that Bo is turning 30 now.
No, I'm turning 33 next month, in fact.
And he's 33.
33, there you go.
33s in this deal.
Easy to remember how long the show's been going on.
Oh, that's funny. Way to make it.
That was a busy year for you guys. 33 years ago.
It was.
Yeah.
Starting the show, starting a family.
Yeah, life changes back then.
Devin was a twinkle in my eye. Oh, actually, Devin was a Canadian fishing trip. But we'll go into that some other time.
Oh,
that's for another interview.
We'll go over that off here.
Yeah. Because we are on YouTube Live, worldwide audiences. We're on the internet, so
awesome.
Keep that in mind. All right, riding lawn tractors, custom sliding French doors. I won the screen door last year.
You did
through your show.
See, so there.
Well, yeah, you gave us the money so that you
don't say
win.
that. It's the first thing.
See what $100 will get you?
It's the first thing I've ever won in my life.
No, see, you
it's
can
a retractable screen door. We love it.
Yeah,
it is
from
awesome.
Phantom Retractable. They are awesome. We have a couple at our house. They're wonderful. One of those things you don't realize you have to have one until you decide to get one. And you go, how did I not have this forever?
Well, you know what happened to our screen door is it's on our back porch, and our dogs have mangled 3 regular screen doors. So when we won the retractable, man, we had that guy over there so fast installing that thing.
Yeah.
And now the dogs, they don't see it.
And exactly.
Yeah.
That made me think of my dad when he was still alive in his later years. Because when you do pull it shut, you really don't see that it's there.
No.
Once you get closer, you do. But his eyesight had gone so bad that he walked through that a few times.
Well,
so that is actually a legitimate question we get, Larry, is you guys have such a grandiose grand prize package. Do you really give those things away?
Yeah, well, you do.
What's the catch? And so here's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
It was all random.
And it's all free to win.
Yeah.
You know, we always get that, well, what's the catch? How much is it really going to cost me?
There's no catch.
No, it's free. It's just like everything else that you can do out at the show you participate in. It's free.
And it's amazing how lucky my wife is. And how lucky Bo's wife is.
You've won all the prizes.
How lucky Devin's
Mark, you're
fiancé
going to get in
is.
trouble, man.
You know,
No
they are
doubt.
so lucky.
No
so
doubt.
lucky. No, to have us.
Yeah, don't. I was going to say,
not to win.
Don't listen to the
Larry. What are
old
you
man.
doing?
It actually is legitimate.
Absolutely it is. And,
Yes.
and I've known
And
that.
so
for years.
we're pretty proud of the fact that everything you can participate in out at the show is free. So the grand prizes are free to win, free admission, free parking this year. Again, we have a free shuttle service.
From the upper lot.
From the upper lot. Yep, there's going to be a
thing,
basketball tournament going on at the Metro
Busy
at the same
times.
time. We realize that parking can get pretty tight down there. So instead of having to fight for a place to park, just go right to the upper lot. We're going to shuttle you not only from the upper lot down to the building, but when you're ready to go back to your car, we'll shuttle you back as well.
That is service.
It is, with a smile.
Do I see you guys hanging out a week early when I go to KGHL for the afternoon show, 3 to 6 p.m. weekdays, AM 790, the mighty 790.
Well, you make a great promoter.
I know. Well, but I drive by Metro Park, and do I see you guys back there doing some outdoor stuff for Home Improvement Show?
Yeah, that actually
That's
got
what I thought.
started now 3 weeks prior.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
We have 6 modular homes being constructed out there, and it is a 3-week process. It's amazing. 33 years ago, Larry, we started in the corridor of Rimrock Mall.
Right.
That's why we're called Rimrock Promotions. Exhibitors would get there an hour before the show, throw up a banner, some brochures, it's done.
Yeah.
Now the exhibits are intense. They really put a lot of work into it because they know the more grandiose the display, it tells a better story, and people are going to want to do business with those people. And the nice thing, too, is 90% of our exhibitors at the show from right here, Billings, Montana.
Yeah.
So what that does is it stimulates the economy. When you do business with the people out there, you're doing business with your friends and neighbors here in Billings, and that dollar just keeps turning and turning and turning.
Well,
so we're really proud of that.
Your
fact.
reputation, though, I think, over the years, and I mean, of course, you were there in the infancy stages, and you've watched this show grow into 2 shows a year. This being the Spring Home Improvement Show in March 4th coming up. You've seen the growth, and I bet you get how many vendors are really local, and you've answered that question.
Right. Yeah. It's that's the thing. When there's something going on at Metra, like maybe a concert, people do come into town for that, but all those ticket sales go bye-bye with the promoter. So all that money is leaving our community. Here, it stays in our community, it turns. And the great thing is, if you've ever done any projects, which we have done a lot of projects, you want to make sure you have a good rapport with the person you're doing it with. That's the great thing at the home show. If you're looking for something and you see that person there, you strike up a conversation, you're going to know instantly, I can work with that guy, or there's no way I can work with that guy. There's no other place like that to where you can get a good feel. You can't do it off of, unfortunately, any other advertising. Where here, you got that one-on-one, eyeball to eyeball, and you can tell right away. Because my advice is if you get a bad vibe, go.
Yeah.
Go to the next guy. Find
First
somebody
instinct.
that you know
I
you
agree.
can work well with. So that's the true advantage of coming out to the Home Improvement Show. 650 exhibits all under 2 roofs. The Expo Center and the Montana Pavilion. So anything that you would need for any type of home out there, you're going to see at the show.
I think year after year, though, in regards to Rimrock Promotions, is when you think of the Spring Home Improvement Show, true sign of spring.
Yeah,
really.
No doubt.
Definitely. Yeah, and it has been a gorgeous early part of spring, latter part of winter so far. So I think we're just going to hit the ground running.
Yeah,
they're
they
ready
to go.
They do. They're ready to go. I hear that from a lot of people that, usually people come out to the show and they're like, okay, now I got to start thinking about these projects. Well, now they've already started to think about the projects. Now they can come down to the show and actually get the ball rolling.
What have you been looking at? Can you pinpoint 3 or 4 booths that really stand out this year?
No.
Can you pinpoint 650
No, we can't.
booths?
No, we can't.
Beginning with number 1.
No,
you can't. There's too many of them, right?
You know, one thing that I love is, it's still brown outside, right?
Sure.
Yeah, the grass is brown. Everything is still dead. Some of the nurseries and landscapers that come out, they have actual waterfalls. They have ponds. They have flowers. They have grass. To me, it's like cool to come inside and see all those things. That's
really cool because not only is that visually appealing, but you get that really nice spring aroma.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you go in there and, like you said, they force bloom these flowers, and so you go and you go, oh, I haven't smelled that for 6 months. Boy, that sure smells fresh. It smells nice.
Which is just the opposite of when you get into our vehicle.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
We don't have that fresh aroma in our vehicle.
So Larry,
electronics is good out there too. I love electronics. Home theaters are out there, right?
Yep. Custom water features. We have guys who are coming in. They're doing hardscaping. So will get guys that'll start coming in within the next couple days, and they're going to be bringing, I don't know how many tons of rock they bring in. Unbelievable amount of rock, and they're going to custom build like $20,000 water features out there. So you can come out and see these magnificent water features that you would typically see in a hotel. You'll typically see in really high-end settings, and they are just absolutely amazing to look at. And realize that you can do something like that. Naturally, they have the whole, the whole demographic of what they can bring, so that you don't have to get something that big.
Sure.
But naturally, they come out and say, "Hey, look what we can do in your backyard," because that's something people will just think, "Oh, we'll just throw down some grass, and I guess that'll be it." And you have guys out there that goes, "No, you can actually turn this into an area to entertain, to live." That outdoor living, the staycation aspect is still really huge. So you go, okay, well maybe we don't have enough room inside to do additions and remodeling, but maybe we can move that outside.
Like rocks and waterfalls.
Like rocks and waterfalls.
Yeah.
Hey, the other thing too, on the other end of the spectrum, which is not as grandiose as this, the show has grown enough that we do get some national exhibits out here. One of the really cool ones that I like, it's a guy out of Oregon. He brings in 13 booths that are like as seen on TV products.
Oh, I love that.
And these are things that you would never buy, but when you go to the show and you see them, it's like, I gotta have one of those. After you look at the demo, you're going, and I need two.
Yeah.
And I love those things.
I love as seen on TV.
I'm a sucker for those things.
So am I.
Those
I
gadgets.
buy them. I buy them all the time.
Yeah.
I love them.
Well, and we have a lot of stuff too, so maybe you're not even quite ready to do any projects, or you're not quite sure what you want to do, but you just still want to go out and have a fun time. We have a lot of things out there that you can come in and participate in just to have a good show experience, even if you're not quite ready to do anything yet. One thing I really like is the Montana Segway dealer. He's the only
Those are
Segway
fun.
dealer
Those are cool.
in Montana, and not only do you get a look at him, but he lets you ride him too. So he's going to give you a quick, 2-minute tutorial, and then he's going to let you boogie around in these Segways.
I used to, back in the, careful now, back when I was at the other radio station, I rode the Segway around the radio station.
Really?
With a helmet, scared the hell out of me. But
Yeah,
once one lap around, and I
Once
had
you
it.
get the
I had
feel.
it nailed.
Oh, yeah.
One
They're-
lap.
they're awesome.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun too.
Yeah, my goal now is to try. Well, I hope he's not listening, but I try to ride it no-handed, which works for the most part.
It doesn't work with me.
Yeah. How does that work?
No,
handed.
Well, you
It's
can
too
only
much
go
balance.
straight, exactly. But you try to, yeah.
Yeah, no,
it's
we're
fun.
not. I guess we're not going to
Now,
try
how
that
long have
hard.
you been married, Larry?
20, going on 28 years in June.
28
actually,
years,
yeah.
and I'll be going on. Yeah, we're close to the same anniversary, I think.
Which is weird
June
because
3rd.
you look
And
so much older than Larry.
Well, that's because I've been
But I'm
married
pumped, Dad.
36 years. Those next 8
see.
years are really tough.
Those are the tough
I
ones.
want you to know.
Congratulations.
The first 28 are the honeymoon.
Is Rhonda out in the car
Boy, are
waiting?
you in
Is
trouble.
Rhonda
Yeah.
out in the car?
No, she's not.
Oh, okay.
No,
She's
and I'm
the
still
boss.
honoring and respecting her.
Good for
kind of.
you.
Anyway, the advice, and
What
you
does he
probably
want?
know this advice already, but for the younger people out there that are just married and
You mean
haven't
like
had a
Bo
lot,
and Devin, maybe?
Yeah, haven't had a lot of experience. I do have some very good advice. And wives always like honeydews to be done around the
sure.
house, right?
Yeah.
Yep. There's always a list. It always grows. There's a surefire way not to have any honeydews lists on your list at home, and that is be very kind, be very gracious, be very enthusiastic about doing that honeydew, but just really, really do a bad job. Mess it up so bad that your wife goes, I'm never letting you touch that again. We're hiring this out from now on. And
Home
it's like,
improvement show.
Yes!
People, the vendors at the home improvement
That
show.
was the greatest advice I could
Seriously,
give
thank
any
you.
I don't know if we
newly
would-
married husband.
I don't know if we
appreciate
consider that wisdom, but if you
It's
It's
advice.
experience.
It's advice.
It's experience.
It's
It's
advice.
experience. So I guess that is one thing actually that's great at the home show is the fact that maybe you are more of a do-it-yourselfer. You haven't quite learned that life lesson yet, and you just say, "Hey, I need to do something. I just don't know where to go to get the materials." That's the nice thing is come out to the home show as well because not only will these guys perform the services you're looking for, but if you're just looking for the materials, they'll supply you with that as well.
Over the years, I recall, and I'm sure it's that way today, is when the home improvement show came around, when my kids were small, of course they're 19 and 22 now, but back in the day when they were little kids, we look forward and made plans to go to the spring home improvement show and the fall home improvement show as the daily event. It's like an amusement park.
It's very
over there.
family
Mhm,
friendly.
it is.
It's like trick or treating
Sure.
in March.
Yeah.
Because you
Pretty
have
much.
the home show bags and all the exhibitors have candy at their
Yeah.
booths, so the kids go wild. And then we have a lot of things for the kids to do
Right.
this year too.
We realize that a home show maybe is not the most exciting place for a 5-year-old. So what we have is what we kind of like to call the kids experience. We try to make it really exciting and fun for them. So we have a number of things to do. Probably most prominently be the Home Depot and Lowe's Kids Workshops. We've got those going on different times throughout the weekend.
Yeah,
So
the
you
next
can come-
generation of homeowners
Yeah.
building back there,
Yeah.
pounding,
Look out.
And
gluing.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And it's a
Good.
great time for mom and dad to be able to interact with the kids, kind of show them how to use a little baby hammer and build something. They have a lot of pride out of it. They get to take something home. It's all free
Yeah.
again, all free to do.
Don't forget the power saws they get to teach them.
Ha 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 ha. No power sauce.
Mark,
It's pre-cut.
Mark.
It comes in a bag. It comes in a bag. So yeah, don't listen to the old
What
man.
else do
He's
we have
listening.
for the kiddos?
Oh,
folks?
we have a lot of cool things out
Do you
there.
have any food? Of course, there's food out there.
Yeah, we have 15 different food vendors this year. That's
Oh, cool.
become a huge thing out of
Yeah,
the
well,
show.
to make a complete day out of it, you got to have lunch
because
out
people
there.
like the
Sure.
cool different foods.
Yeah.
So we have 15 different food vendors out there.
Mm-hmm.
Kids also was a big hit last year. We brought in a guy that tied balloon animals.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
custom
wouldn't
balloon
think
animals.
that would be a big deal,
It's
but
huge.
he had lines of
Yeah, I
people
bet.
waiting for those animals.
Yeah, the kids love those. So they have that. But new this year, which is pretty cool, compliments of Ever After events, is they're going to come in full dress. Disney princesses will be out there. So we know that's a big hit for the
that
kids.
is awesome. Yeah,
so
that's cool.
it's something for the kids to really look forward to.
And then the
something to get
scavenger
them to
hunt
do.
from Z Creative.
Yep, and then Z Creative also does a scavenger hunt where you can kind of keeps the kids busy while you're talking, while you're going up and down the aisleways, keeps them entertained and occupied, and then they're going to be entered in to win a iPad Mini as well.
Yeah, and as long as we're talking about and being on the air here, the web, a lot of good information can be found at our website, which is BillingsHomeImprovementShow.com. You can see all the prizes that we have out there, pictures of it, descriptions of it, showtimes, just all the pertinent information
Yeah,
you want to know about.
And as always, free to get in.
Yeah,
That'll never change.
Yeah, no, we want to keep it free. Again, why? We want to have a lot of people
Sure.
come out. And if a lot of people come out, the exhibitors do well. And again, that dollar just keeps turning here in our local economy.
Is Devin learning a lot being with you guys all year long?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
He shakes his head no.
Most definitely.
But we should probably do
And
a-
he tells us how much he appreciates us.
Yes,
too.
he does.
Yes,
Every
I
day.
just can't
Every day
believe
she-
that.
I can't see Devin
just
saying that.
can't believe, Dad, how much I appreciate your knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah, every day he shakes
Although
my
they both tell me I'm becoming my father, which we all do.
Yeah, I've
so
heard
that's
that, yeah.
very scary.
Well,
Very
let's talk about Devin's wedding coming up.
Ooh.
Devin, you better
Yeah,
talk about that.
92 days, I believe.
Oh, he's got it counting
Wow,
down.
you know he's whipped if he's counting.
That's good for you,
days.
though. We're proud of you.
Are
Congratulations.
you holding your fiance's purse while you're saying that too?
Ooh.
Nope, it's too heavy.
The two brothers going to go down. We have
they do.
roller derby dames coming in a second. You can put the skates on if you guys want to.
No,
we don't need skates. 'Cause
No.
one of
Have
us
at it.
can skate and one of us.
I was gonna say
can't skate, so that'd be an unfair advantage.
my wife beats me up enough at home. I don't need to take it at work too. So
Worldwide show, just worldwide show. You know.
But I do love her. She's a wonderful lady.
nice out, Bo. All
I
right.
think Larry's telling us we're out of here.
We're out.
No, you-
nice
no,
out.
No,
You've talked way too much.
It's again. I'm my own boss now. There is nobody telling me and hovering over me, telling me what to do anymore on radio.
Hey, and we want to tell you we really enjoyed you at the football game.
Thank you.
Last weekend. That was
The
a
Wolves.
blast. You did a great job.
Thank you. We had a
Got
blast.
the crowd really involved. Even though it was a little lopsided,
Yep.
you had that magic to get the crowd
Well,
involved.
thank you.
Which is awesome. That's a really good attribute to be able to do that.
I appreciate that.
Magic man.
Well, yeah, you know, Larry's been broadcaster of the year here in Montana, and I think it's very well deserved. And
he has the only set of gold headphones in the world.
Yeah, I still have them. They're over here.
I noticed that right when we walked in.
They're
It's
on
like,
YouTube.
There they are.
They're right there. They stand out. So when you guys get a chance, check out my afternoon job, AM 790. Did I say that already? Mighty 790
The Mighty
KGHL.
790.
Where again?
Plug,
Where,
plug.
what?
Mighty 790 KGHL. It's also on the TuneIn app, I found out. Just like my
Really?
show's on the TuneIn app, Mighty 790
Man.
is on the TuneIn. It's huge.
Technology
Big
these
time.
days.
Worldwide.
Hey, we've actually
stuff.
jumped into technology. We now have a Facebook page, so you can even find us on
What?
Facebook.
What's that?
Yeah, exactly.
Dad-
Dad's like
Dad
Face
don't
who?
know.
Facebook.
That's why getting your kids, Devin and Bo, involved digitally will improve the Home Improvement Show over the years.
Hey, you know,
What'll improve it the most is when they kick me out.
When's that going to
I'm
happen?
just waiting for that. I don't know. I keep asking. I keep asking.
I think Rondo will be the one that kicks you out, not the boys.
I don't know. I think we've all decided Dad has already stepped into retirement. He's just kind of the figurehead.
Just
you
kind
would say.
of going through the motions.
Yeah, he just like shakes hands, kisses babies, things like that.
Well, that's okay. You're a rock
You
star.
need that. You need that.
Yeah,
though.
you're a rock star. I like the new do on YouTube this morning.
Yeah, well, you
What
know-
is it was a goatee wax?
Yeah, it is. It's I like. Well, we were in Arizona
Uh-huh.
earlier, and I bought this. The boys can't tell if it's a sombrero or a big cowboy hat.
So
So
we call
Devin
it
calls it
a Calbrero.
a Calbrero.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So it's a new.
Market that,
it's-
Devin.
I think so. So I thought I need something to
Calbrero.
go with that Calbrero because it is like
Yeah.
almost a sombrero, but not quite as big. So I thought this goes.
I still think
You know,
it looks.
I can-
I still think it looks like you should be running an opium den.
well,
Let's go back to the 70s now. I think that the Cabrero, Devin, duck down so we can see you. I'm thinking that might be something for Montana Fair.
Ooh.
The Cabrero booth, especially a fair in Montana, the Montana Fair. So think about that little marketing for you.
we'll have to talk to.
Rimrock Promotions,
We'll
can't you
have to
guys
talk
promote
to
that kind of
Jamie
stuff?
Porter up
Brings you the Cabrero.
I love it.
You could be the model, Dad.
I think I could be on
How
the fair
cute.
commercials.
Where's my donuts? Every year in radio, you bring me donuts when you visit my show.
Hey, we barely
Were
got
you
here
gonna
in
eat a whole
time.
box of donuts?
No,
You were going to eat a whole box of
Well,
donuts.
I guess I did share with the other staffers, didn't I?
Yeah. So
so
how many
that-
donuts would you like? And maybe when we're done, we'll go get you.
No, I'm just.
How many donuts do you want?
Nope.
Tell us
Nope.
how many
You
donuts
get-
you
nope.
want.
You got the Derby Dames coming in too, so you never know. So, I'm just kidding, you guys.
Hey, you know what would have been awesome
Well,
is
I'm
when,
kinda hungry,
when
actually.
Krispy Kreme used to be would have been right next door.
What
to you.
happened to that thing?
Man, that'd have been
seriously,
delicious.
somebody blew that franchise up.
Man.
How do you blow a Krispy Kreme franchise up?
I
don't
guess
know, you
maybe
must-
eat all your profits. I guess.
I guess.
Or
I
you-
would've.
Or you cheat and use the wrong
Delicious.
ingredients. I often wondered if a Krispy Kreme will ever come. They could go to the Home Improvement Show and I'm just kidding.
They could.
That would be awesome. We would be
Could
glad.
be one of our food vendors.
All right, so March 4th, 5th, and 6th, that's coming up not this weekend, but
Next weekend.
It's always the first full weekend in March.
And just so you guys know, I'm going to replay this broadcast next week, too, to help.
Nice.
I would tease it up.
So when Larry needs a nap, he's just going to hit the button replay.
Yeah.
Give himself 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, you said nap. I thought you said app. And I was like, do you? I didn't
Wait,
know
I thought you
what
said
apps
app
were.
too.
I didn't
I
know.
said nap.
Oh, because
I don't even know what an app is.
Mark Hedin says app.
I was like, yeah. You
Now
know
I
what
get
an
it.
app
Nap.
is?
Now I get it.
Oh,
You can take a nap.
that makes more sense. That's more your generation nap time.
I get it now.
And you'll understand how great naps are someday.
I take power naps every day,
I
and
would
you
love
will
to have a
understand.
nap. I would love to have a nap.
That's when you know you're getting older.
We're working too much. You get the naps, and we have to continue working.
Yeah.
That seems fair, Bo. I
does.
mean, Devin, don't you
It
think?
does seem fair.
You just started the business. You're just getting married.
Hey, speaking of how you used to say that you are becoming your father,
I still say it.
You say that, and the spring home improvement show is coming up, not this weekend but next. And if I remember right, you used to tell me stories about how Grandpa used to take naps down there on the hard 8-foot banquet tables. So are you going to take a nap this year down on the banquet table?
I'm going to try that.
Nice.
Yeah, I think
Well,
that. Yeah, he used
That
to
sounds
those big.
painful. That's
Oh no, not when you're as tired as we are. It's like awesome.
any place you can lay down is.
Well,
awesome.
he says tired. I think he's just that old Larry's lost feeling. He doesn't know the difference. No, he doesn't know the difference.
I can imagine your house is just one big wrestling pit with you guys.
You know, as fun as this is, I think we should just have our own radio show.
You could,
yeah.
Just
And-
banter.
Hey, I hear there's a new guy on KGHL. Maybe we could take his spot.
Yeah, the mighty 790
Yeah,
KGHL.
he hasn't got past
Actually,
the
Afternoons would
promotion.
work good for me. How about you?
Yeah, that would work great.
Actually, you guys have an open invitation to come on my show any day because I own the radio station, and we can. And there's nobody saying, "Get them off the air." There's no more of that crap. I can do whatever I want. So whenever you want to come in, you
can
can.
See, now we always knew it was Harv who told us to get off the radio station. Larry was saying there's
No, it was
Harv.
the big boss.
No,
Harv.
It was actually Larry telling Harv to tell us.
Yeah, exactly.
no, I
He
love
hit the
it.
button. He's like,
Because I could very easily
Got the
just-
red light going
I could
on.
very easily just walk up right now and go outside and puff on a cigar and let you guys banter a little bit and then come back in and.
Hey, so speaking of, if we have to bring you donuts, where's our cigars at?
You have cigars?
I got some Swisher Sweets. They're,
that's what we like.
They're teeny tiny skinny ones, yeah.
Hey, since you're the boss, can we just smoke them in here?
No, you. No, wait, whoa. Mike
No one's-
Hines is the boss of the building. I just kind of lease this little area you
Well,
see.
tell Mike
my
we'll
studio.
share. We'll share with him.
Okay.
New aspect of the show.
I'll leave a donut on his desk over there.
New aspect of the show.
How would that be? All right, Mark Hedin, Bo Hedin, Devin Hedin. Congrats on your wedding coming up again.
Thank you very much.
92 days and 17 hours and 34 minutes.
I think it's 92 days. Don't quote me on it.
It's May 27th.
First lesson of marriage, Devin, is the word think when it comes to dates and anniversary dates does not work.
No.
You better remember.
I know the date. I just don't know the number for the count.
Yeah,
never forget that date.
It's the math problem that's difficult.
I say the close is not good enough in that aspect.
No, it's like an umpire in baseball. You got to sell the call. You can't be, I think maybe
you've got
well,
to
you just gotta
know.
be definite.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It is
You've gotta
92
know.
days from today.
Yeah, be firm on it. All right, it's the Hedins, everybody.
Livin Large, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Spring
love
Home Show, no
having you
worries.
here, and
Yeah.
congratulations again. You're doing an awesome
Thanks.
job.
Appreciate
Let's all
you guys
go.
too.
Where to?
The Home Improvement Show.
Listen, now watch this. The Home Improvement Show. Spring Home Improvement Show is this weekend, March 4th, 5th, and 6th. That was a replay visit with the Hedins for the Home Improvement Show from last week. So March 4, 5, and 6 this coming weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the Spring Home Improvement Show out at Metro. The replay of the interview with the Hedins brought to you by Keystone Mortgage in their new location downtown, right across from the pub station. Keystone Mortgage. Weather and news and information coming up. The promise to you from Brown's Automotive and Billings is communication and great service, and they have a great reputation for communication and all kinds of auto service. Over 60 years in Billings. Brown's Auto Service on Broadwater, also the corner of Rosebud and 20th. The Automatic Transmission Company through Brown's Auto Service, downtown 13th Street North and 1st Avenue North, and the Brown's Rebuild Center as well downtown off of 2nd Avenue North. Brown's Automotive, tune-ups, tire alignments, transmission specialists, complete auto repairs. Brown's Automotive, brownsautobillings.com.
Call or email your Livin Large Larry Live show ideas. Larry at livinlargelarry.com and 1-888-858-1408.
All kinds of blinds in Billings, all kinds of blinds, mt.com. A quick temperature check at 42. Billings area forecast on the show from Broughton Construction and Home Repair. No job too big or too small, and reasonable pricing for home maintenance and repairs. Broughton Construction and Home Repair. Braaton. Search them out on Facebook. Chance of rain and snow showers before early afternoon. Then just a chance of rain showers. Partly sunny, high near 51 today. And not a bad week. Sunny on Tuesday, 55. Wednesday, a 30% chance for some precipitation, but up to 55. And Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, jumping way ahead in the week and the weekend, 55 to 63. Our Billings area forecast from Jade Furman of Landmark Realtors, MontanaProperty.com. It's at 1925 Grand Avenue. She'll provide a market analysis to clients wanting to list and sell their home, including specialized consulting and current trends and colors and styles and modifications and more. Jade Furman of Landmark Realtors, MontanaProperty.com.
Join us at 1-888-858-1408.
If you didn't hear, the Billings Wolves were victorious on the road against the Colorado Crush on Sunday afternoon. The score was 47 to 30. But a win's a win. The Billings Wolves are now 1-1 on the road this coming weekend. The Wolves are in Tri-Cities, Washington. And then March 12th is the next home game at Rimrock Auto Arena, EFX Sports Field, with the Billings Wolves taking on Spokane Empire. Again, that's March 12th. So congratulations to the victorious Billings Wolves on Sunday afternoon. 10 to 60% off now at Rimrock Flooring in Billings, 1440 Central Avenue. RimrockFlooringMT.com brings you the Billings Morning News and more. We utilize KTVQ.com, the Billings Gazette, and Color 8s for some of our gathering of stories here. Can you imagine climbing up 23 flights of stairs in under 4 minutes? Imagine making that challenge climb while wearing more than 50 pounds of gear, as in fire gear. Billings Fire has already raised more than $10,000 for the cancer cause, and inspiration behind the Scott Firefighter Stair Climb, as Crown Plaza and First Interstate Bank in downtown Billings are allowing the firefighters to train at those two hotel stairwells for the big competition coming up in Seattle. Though no Billings building can truly prepare these men for the 69 flights, the Crown Plaza and the First Interstate Bank have allowed them to train there. Today, the 29th of February, Billings firefighters invite anyone to join their climbing cause by eating at Hooligans. Beginning at 5 p.m., the sports bar will donate 20% of each bill to our local Scott Firefighter Stair Climb team as they head to Seattle for the nationwide competition. State public health officials have identified the first case of Zika virus infection in Montana in an adult female from Missoula County who returned from Zika-affected areas. The infected individual is not pregnant. Zika is a disease caused by a virus that is spread to people primarily through the bite of an infected species of mosquito. It's not found in Montana. Travelers returning from Zika-affected areas who have symptoms or who are pregnant should consult with their healthcare provider. According to the Centers for Disease Control, the CDC, the most common symptoms of Zika infection are fever, rash, joint pain, and red itchy eyes. Symptoms are usually mild and last several days to a week. About 1 in 5 people infected with Zika virus will get sick. For people who get sick, the illness is usually mild, and for this reason, many people might not realize they've been infected. Montana is one of 25 states now reporting a travel-associated case of Zika. A woman who threatened to jump off a railroad bridge over the Yellowstone River between Billings and Lockwood on Saturday was coaxed away from the ledge by a trio of law enforcement officers. The 3-hour drama began about 1 o'clock on Saturday when a group of people who were fishing from shore noticed a young woman walking along the railroad trestle. According to Lieutenant Mark Cady of the Billings PD, she sat down on a ledge below the main deck by the second piling of the bridge. The onlookers called 911. Officers from both the Billings PD and the Yellowstone County Sheriff's Office responded to the scene, along with the Billings Fire Department and an AMR ambulance. At around 3:30, the officers dropped a strap down to the woman and encouraged her to grab it. She refused at first, but she eventually heeded their words, pulled on the strap, and stood up, and she was rescued. Jim Lewis, Chief Information Officer for Montana Rail Link, said as soon as they got word about the woman on the bridge at about 12:55, they began holding up train traffic. Altogether, 3 trains were delayed, but by late afternoon, traffic was back to normal. The Billings Morning News and more from Rimrock Flooring, 10 to 60% off their flooring items. Spring sale, their one-year anniversary sale at Rimrock Flooring, 1440 Central Avenue, and rimrockflooringmt.com. What is next for N2 Cryotherapy? Cryotherapy has been brought to Billings by Cindy Graff and her staff at N2 Cryotherapy, 805 24th Street West, suite number 4, and it's in Billings since last July. She just got off the Mate Show, had a great response. Check out N2 Cryotherapy and what it's all about. If you want a description of what cryotherapy does for your wellness as a wellness therapy, log on to n2cryo.com. She's targeting athletes from high school to the pro ranks. N2 Cryotherapy. A 3-minute session for better wellness. N2 Cryotherapy, 805 24th Street West, number 4, and n2cryo.com. No matter what the style, no matter what the cut, Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main in the Heights, can take care of it for you. $10 haircuts, 10 minutes, $10 haircuts, and you'll be pleased, guaranteed as well. If you want more services, straight razor cuts, Jim and Austin's Barbershop. They're sponsors of this year's Billings Wolves, Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main in Billings Heights. It is Leap Day today, the 29th of February, as we broadcast from the Red Line Computer Studios across from Goodwill next to the Wave Car Wash and also the Dollar Tree, West Billings, Montana. The Red Line Computer Studios. We broadcast Livin Large Larry live on YouTube at livinlargelarry.com and worldwide. Glad you're here. Last day of February.
Livin Large Larry live.
The What's Going On Around Town segment is underwritten by Bighorn Inspection, Petrochemical and Refinery Inspection. That's Bighorn Inspection, bighorninspection.com. The Health Challenge is coming up. The March Madness Health Challenge from Central Wellness begins March 1st, goes through the 31st of March, and you can join in for a month-long weight loss challenge to improve your health. Have a chance at over 2,500 in grand prizes through Central Wellness. You'll need to sign up. Log on to centralwellness.com. The Health Challenge begins on March 1st. Jobs Jamboree, over 140 employers. This is the biggest jobs fair in Montana. It is every year. This is the 25th annual event happening March 9th at Metro Parks Pavilion from 11:30 to 6. Veterans, Guard, Reserve. The doors will be opened up a half hour before that, so 11 o'clock. Jobs Jamboree, March 9th at Pavilion, over 140 employers. Spring Fling with the Midlife Chryslers for Relay for Life. That annual fundraiser is coming up. It's been moved from the Shrine to the Pavilion, however, and the date is March 11th for the Spring Fling for Relay for Life and the American Cancer Society. That's at Montana Pavilion, March 11th, 7 p.m. Tickets are $25. If you want a table with all your friends, that'll cost you $500. Photos will be available through Miranda Murdoch Photography on that night with a photo booth supplied by Billings Studio Theater. For the American Cancer Society, you can call for more information about the Spring Fling coming up in March, 256-7156. And be listening for more details about the next fundraiser for Brooklyn Mayor, hashtag Brooklyn Strong, fighting cancer. The kid's 4 years old. She's fighting Wilms tumor. The next fundraiser, the next big one for Brooklyn, is coming up at Hooligans, downtown Billings, in March. Hashtag Brooklyn Strong. And that is a look as to what's going on around Billings and surrounding towns. From Bighorn Inspection, bighorninspection.com. And all kinds of blinds in Billings, all kinds of blinds, mt.com. Quick temperature check in 42. A bit breezy. Some gusts up to 40 miles per hour today, and nice high, though, 51. Lisa Woods, Woods Accounting, it is tax season. And keep in mind that Lisa Woods, Woods Accounting, they're open all year long, and they're experts on handling companies' payrolls as well. There's over 50 new tax laws approved for the 2016 season. Over 50 just for this year alone. If you don't want the anxiety, then go to the experts for your taxes. Lisa Woods, Woods Accounting, woodsaccounting.com. or 1211 Grand Avenue, suite number 4 in Billings. The promise to you from Brown's Automotive in Billings is communication and great service, and they have a great reputation for communication and all kinds of auto service. 60 years, over 60 years in Billings. Brown's Auto Service on Broadwater, also the corner of Rosebud and 20th. The Automatic Transmission Company through Brown's Auto Service, downtown 13th Street North and 1st Avenue North, and the Brown's Rebuild Center as well downtown off of 2nd Avenue North. Brown's Automotive, tune-ups, tire alignments, transmission specialists, complete auto repairs. Brown's Automotive, BrownsAutoBillings.com.
Livin' Large Larry live from the Red Line Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin' Large Larry live.
Our YouTube podcast is about set to begin here. The replay of the show is courtesy of Keystone Mortgage and their new store, the new shop downtown Billings, across from the pub station. Keystone Mortgage in Billings. In the meantime, if you have a chance this afternoon, I do a weekday afternoon classic country show on AM 790, the mighty 790 KGHL. You can catch that show on TuneIn as well, just like Livin' Large Larry Live, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. weekdays, the mighty 790 KGHL. Also listen live at mighty790.com. Billings area forecast on the show from Broughton Construction and Home Repair. No job too big or too small, and reasonable pricing for home maintenance and repairs. Broughton Construction and Home Repair, Braaton. Search them out on Facebook. Chance of rain and snow showers before early afternoon, then just a chance of rain showers. Partly sunny, high near 51 today. And not a bad week. Sunny on Tuesday, 55. Wednesday, a 30% chance for some precipitation, but up to 55. And Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, jumping way ahead in the week, 55 to 63. Our Billings area forecast from Jade Furman of Landmark Realtors, MontanaProperty.com. At 1925 Grand Avenue. She'll provide a market analysis to clients wanting to list and sell their home, including specialized consulting and current trends and colors and styles and modifications and more. Jade Furman of Landmark Realtors, MontanaProperty.com. And the show, Livin' Large Larry Live at livinlargelarry.com, broadcast worldwide from the Red Line Computer Studios in West Billings, Montana. Have a great leap day. I'll see you around town.
Win a riding lawnmower from Sears, a $5,000 roofing package from Moonlight Construction, or rain gutter package from All Star Rain Gutters. It's where you want to be, and it's free. So, where to?